was 0 by that clock. And we have not addressed the last question, which is how do we unify across old lines of division? How do we unify across difference? And so I'm going to ask each of us just to give a few words. We'll go just down on that.
Sure, and I'll be really fast. I mean, this is something that was a question for us from the very beginning. And you know, yes, you go to parts of the country, government is bad, and you go to other parts of the country, and government is good. But I actually think if we can create a conversation where that's not even in play, it's more about how we are government. Government is us. You are government. And how can we be mad at government when we haven't even told them yet what it is we want them to do? So just getting people to understand that getting their voices heard, we're actually, in most cases with what we're doing, we're not asking people for money or more money. We're asking for their voice, because an informed and passionate electorate is unstoppable. And we've seen that over and over again in history. So what we're trying to do is set the bar for inclusion pretty high. We're not saying you need to care about hunger because it's the right thing to do. Well, there's a lot of people, unfortunately, who are very comfortable with the wrong thing, you know, and still go on with their lives. And we're not saying you need to fix hunger just because it's simply good for our economy. That would appeal to another group of thinkers and voters. We're saying fixing hunger is good for this country. It is what makes it, that's how you get a strong nation. And we have found, we did some research, nobody is against the idea of a strong nation. It brings everybody in. So finding the conversation that brings everybody together is possible.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lori. Pamela.
Yep, and I would just say on a very individual level, we need to be showing that we are linked, not ranked, as Gloria Steinem likes to say. And I look at the case of Caring Across Generations and how they have made the case so well that actually when the home healthcare worker, the largely immigrant women workforce of home healthcare workers actually get dignity and are treated well, that actually benefits the elderly, overwhelmingly women also they are caring for. And actually, it benefits everyone. That is, those people are often seen as being in conflict, and actually nothing could be further from the truth. Those groups of people actually, when they are both supported, are able to thrive. And so I think we just need to be continually telling the story of those connections, of those linkages.
Ty?
I don't remember the prompt, so I'm just going to say.
The prompt was how do we unify across old lines of division?
I think there's an aspect of vulnerability there, and this idea of values, like finding shared values. It's very easy to get caught up on the particulars or the layers of difference that we have. But at the end of the day, many of us share the underlying core hopes for the world, and that if you can find that commonality by sharing a little bit of that hope and that vulnerability yourself, oftentimes that can help other people open up and build those connections. Again, I mean, you can think about it at a systems level, or you can think about it on a grassroots, person by person level. I'm just going to take this opportunity to ask if anyone knows great young leaders in Philadelphia that you think would want to participate in our event coming up in the next couple weekends. Come find me or Chelsea by the end of the event, because we have a few seats and we'd love to find people who already aren't on our radar.
Excellent.
Thanks.
I think I would probably just repeat what everybody said, minus maybe Philadelphia. But I think
what's wrong with Philly?
we have this sort of, one of our principles is let urgency conquer fear. And I think some of these issues that we've been talking about, right? I mean, hunger and supporting women and girls and engaging the next generation on sort of helping them to find their purpose. I think sort of coming back to the Ray Chambers example of malaria is such a big deal. We have to figure out how to come together and work through this. And we, let's recognize that we can't just keep waiting for somebody else to do it. I've heard a lot lately the sort of, we are the change that we've been waiting for. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. And I think that we're really focused on trying to figure out ways that we can all walk together on this.
Thank you. Let's hear it for our panel.